Hey Minecraft friends, welcome back. Doc Bones here. This is a guide on establishing a village from zero villagers. This has probably happened to some of you out there who've joined SMP servers or just started your own server, only to find out that the nearby villages have lost their residents or are just empty altogether. Then you're left trying to make a trading center or trading hall without any villagers to work with. This is relatable to what happened to me in this world. The nearby villages to the spawn point had already been ransacked and looted by other players. My deduction is that since the beds were taken and the villagers pretty much need the beds, they all led to the demise of all but one of them. Unfortunately, that one villager got killed by a zombie the first night that I saw him, and I wasn't able to save him. So, big bummer. And since my game style in Minecraft necessitates trading with villagers to get diamond gear, I knew I had to repopulate the village. First thing to do is make a base, right? So, right here, I already established the base. I'm just going to show you. Important thing is high walls. See that structure in the background right there? Fort looking thing. It's really just high walls, nothing fancy. So after making your base, next thing you do is you need the bell. Hopefully the bell's still there. Grab the bell. After grabbing the bell, next thing you need to get are zombie villagers. Zombie villagers are easy to capture and make sure they don't despawn by using a boat. Here's how you do it. Let them chase you. Have the boat ready. Once you have a nice location, just drop the boat. Make sure they all fall into the boat. And tell other players in the game not to kill them. Make sure you've got a roof to keep them safe, because they will burn from the sun. Next thing you need is a splash potion of weakness made from a fermented spider eye, which is a spider eye with brown mushrooms, or a brown mushroom and a piece of sugar. Put them in a brewing stand with 3 bottles of water, and that will create the potion of weakness. To make it a splash potion of weakness, use a gunpowder piece at the top part there. Next thing you need is a golden apple. 1 apple and 8 gold nuggets, not ingots, nuggets. You make 2 of those, 1 for each villager you're trying to cure. Make sure you're in a safe area. Notice the high walls that I have here. Put some light up. Make sure you've got you don't have any golems or anything that will harm a villager or that will harm the zombie. So I try to separate them here by putting the wall material, but they wouldn't do that, so I just figured I'll do the separation part as soon as the healing is happening. So get your splash potion of weakness, get your golden apples ready, throw the splash potion at them, and you'll get the grayish particles flying around them to indicate they've been splashed. Feed them a golden apple each, and you will hear the sound effect of that happening, and the particles turn red. At this point, be ready to separate them because they won't get cured or they won't get converted at the same time. One's going to get cured before the other a few seconds prior, so make sure you're able to separate them, or the villager that got cured first might get killed by the villager or by the zombie that is still in the process of curing. So remember that part, that's fairly important. So particles going, you'll get a notification that they've been cured, and it'll say you're a zombie doctor. Once that happens, it takes about 3 to 5 minutes in real life. So they still damage you if you notice that. Have the wall ready. Here you go. Notification happens. Cured villager runs away, and zombie is still shimmying and still getting cured. See how long that takes, even though we fed them the apples almost simultaneously. So sped that up a little bit to save time, and there you have it. 2 villagers. Make the beds for them, make the workstations, and I lucked out here. The one that became a librarian turned into a mending librarian, so whoop whoop. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, time to celebrate, right? There you go. Very stoked about that, and I will start feeding them food the next morning. Actually, this is the afternoon to the next day. If you notice, I've got the bell on the side there that acts as the town center, that where the villagers will congregate and gossip at the end of the day, end of the working day. Make sure you've got enough beds. In this case, I've got 4 beds, 2 for the villagers and 2 for extra villagers that hopefully will get created once I dump the food. It's towards the end of the day now. Time is right. They are gossiping. I've given them enough food, but I'm going to drop more food there. Hopefully they'll pick it up. I don't think they want it anymore. They're not picking it up. Yeah, they're not picking up. And you've got the hearts right there. Sometimes you might get storm clouds, but that doesn't mean it failed. It just means that it may have almost failed. But you'll get the baby villager, child villager at that point. So if you get storm clouds and the villagers don't produce child villagers, you might not have enough beds, or they can't pathfind to the beds. Very important. You just move the beds and give them more food and wait the next day. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to retreat for the night. Wait the next day. Apparently it's not sleep time for players yet, but sleep time for NPCs. Next day happens. You've got the villagers congregating. There's actually a second baby villager, child villager. There you go. He was hiding behind the villager on the right hand side. But that's how you do it, folks. You've got the bell, you've got the beds, you've got the food, and just keep giving them food. At this point, I'm going to need to create more beds so that if they do create more villagers, the villagers will get created. They won't create villagers if the villagers don't have extra beds to work with. So in a nutshell, hopefully that helps you out. That's how you create a village from nothing. That gives you some villagers to work with. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you can see in the background here, I've got a lot of villagers to work with now. And yeah, so this is Doc Bones signing out. If you have any comments, suggestions, or anything you'd like to ask, just put them in the comments right below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this helps you. Doc Bones signing out. Have a great day, folks.